this evening. The Pokhara Avengers need to turn things around.
Well, this will be a lesson as we go forward in the tournament, Mikhail, because the medium pacers are coming on nicely to the bat. It's off the ball that is becoming difficult as the tournament goes on. So more pace on the ball means the ball will travel further. And with the kind of altitude that we're at, it will just sail over those boundary lines. So they've got to be very mindful of the fact that taking pace off the ball, Jimmy Neesham, is the way to go. Slow deliveries, the back of the hand ones, off cutters, slower bouncers. That's what they need to experiment with. Pace is not going to do anything good for the Pokhara Avengers. Absolutely stunning hit. There's one bounce over the boundary cushions. Down on one knee. The class of the man comes to the fore. He's taking Jimmy Neesham to the cleaners here at the TU International Ground in Kathmandu.
Yeah, Brown leaves, Lynn comes. That's how it is. And it's been carnage all through. No respite if you're a bowler. Just how beautifully he's bisecting the field, splitting the fielders, accessing the gaps. Lynn has found the perfect surface to express himself this morning, or rather this evening. 21 and 10.
I know it's a really good service when you come on to bat the second time around, but if you've conceded 200 plus runs, you're always under the cosh. So I'm just wondering whether the Avenjers skipper, what a shot down the ground, will be a boundary as well. A couple of bounces into the boundary cushions and a no ball to boot. A free hit for Chris Lynn, as if the normal deliveries weren't good enough. Umpire says have a free one.
Pokhara Avengers have just taking a hold for themselves over here. They've been pretty ordinary in the field. They've lacked the tidiness with the ball and a confirmation. 4 and a free hit on offer. And for a change, it's Jimmy Neesham who's under the cosh. He's conceded 19 in the 4 deliveries that he's bowled in. He's come around the wicket, come over the wicket, shifted back to over the wicket. Lynn has just got stuck underneath him. Pressure, that's pressure. It happens to the best in the business.
Wide.
Well, absolutely right. It does happen to the best in the business, but the best in the business, Chris Lynn, is dictating terms. He'll be surely wondering, Kushal Burtel, whether he did the right thing by choosing the field first. I, for one, like to bat first, put the runs on the board. Due or no due, if you have the runs on the board, it will take some scoring. 200 runs is not going to be easy to get, no matter what kind of outfield there is and how much due there is. That's gone as well. That's huge. That's the second six of the over 85 for the tournament. 142 for one now. We're just in the 13th over.
26 runs with the ball to go in over number 13. Intensity in the middle. He's torn into this bowling attack. Dismantled them completely and derailed their plans. And to make matters worse, he's hit that 6 right into their dugout. That looks like
6.
a catch that will be taken. Finally, the entertainment comes to an end. And the elimination will have to last now, but Lynn has provided great amount of runs. Given the Royals a very solid platform to go big and over 200 in this fixture.
Well, just let's take a look at that. Ooh, geez, as the umpire taking a look at that. Take a look at this. A big moment in the game for sure. Where does the umpire see the first point of contact? Vimalasiri, the TV umpire, has one of the most difficult decisions to make.
6 4 10 4 14 14 6 21 21 22 run already.
The umpire seem to be having a laugh, seeing the lighter side of it.
No.
Jimmy Neesham doesn't. He knows that he's just millimeters there.
पुरा घुट्टा
Oh, jeez, the umpire. Will he say no ball?
बेकार अम्पायर सिंह
Oh, he's given that out. So, umpire Ravindra Vimalasiri does feel
Out.
that there was some
Out did
part
you?
of that
No ball हमले out
heel
हुन्छ
behind
No ball है.
the popping crease.
टच रहेछ नि त
That's the end of Chris Lynn. After a really good cameo, 31 of 13, 4 fours, 2 sixes. Just take a look at this. Unselfishly going for the runs, taken well by Tiwari, Abhishek Tiwari, the catcher. Chris Lynn,
Nepali
Nepal,
guy.
31 of 13. The Royals, 142 for 2 after 13.
ऊ आउने ईशान पाण्डे 142 13 63 78 200 त मिनिमम अहिले आयो अब धेरै हान्नु पड्यो हान्नु तपाईँ जा पछि आरिसकेको छँदैछ त टुक्कु टुक्कु खेल्ने
चौथो पाँचौँमा आउँछ त्यहाँ तेस्राइमा आइदियो
नै नै विकेट जान्न आएर पछि आउँछ न त अगाडि आउने
The Tiger makes his way to the middle, and that's why the roar in the crowd as well. He's the most loved cricketer in Nepal, Dipendra Singh Airi. What entertainment. 7 sixes, 15 fours. And take a look at this number as well. Back live. Vinod Bhandari has just not been able to shift gears here.
Well, when Chris Lynn was batting,
अब दिपेन्द्र जति भाग्न सक्दैन त्यसले
and Josh Brown, Mikhail, they seem to be lambs to the slaughter. So it's a good
उदिनो
prey
टार्गेट
for
बनाले
the
13 ओभर
Tiger to come out there in the middle. And the Royals being 142 for 2. The stage is really set for the skipper to explode. And let's just take a look at the reason why Dipendra Singh Airi is in there. That was Chris Lynn just spooning a catch to Abhilash Tiwari. Abhishek Tiwari, I beg your pardon.
अभिलाष थियो
Captain's off the mark. It depends on how Vinod Bhandari now approaches his innings. He needs to help Airi in the middle.
One four four for two, 13.3 over.
31 and 13. Bhandari is on 32 and 33.
विपिन खत्री आउट
He's just not been able to flex his arms.
विनोद भण्डारी ओल्ड फेसन भएछ त त्यसो घोचघाच गरेर 50 हानेको भइहाल्यो यसलाई चढाम पछि
Well, he's getting stuck here, Mikhail. Vinod Bhandari, 33 of 35. At this stage of the innings, a strike rate of 94.3 won't do. You have a huge batting lineup to follow. I think it's time for him to throw caution to the wind.
टाइम फर टाइगर
You can trust Dipendra Singh Airi to keep him on his toes. But Airi needs to also be careful because Bhandari is 35. 146 for 2.
राइजुमा जुमा क्यामजमा
Put into bat the Sudurpashchim Royals in match number 6. Josh Brown really set the stadium alight. 68 of 35. His first wicket partnership of 108 with Vinod Bhandari set the stage for Dipendra Singh Airi, the skipper and the Tiger of Nepal, to come here and express himself.
Oh yes, and be rest assured in no time he'll get to the wickets as well. Dipendra Singh Airi. That's shipped over. He'll push for 2. Vinod Bhandari will have to compliment him in the running. Yeah, he's running to the danger end and does well to get back as well. And the driver's seat right now, the Sudurpashchim Royals, just like how we would like to be in the driver's seat in the Omora and Jeko as well, Nepal's fastest growing EV brand, which provides best in-segment range, ground clearance and spare tire with top safety features. We are loving the drive from the hotel to the ground every day. Noiseless, seamless. He's got plenty of bat on this one. Captain Irie says time has come to go big, and that's a biggie.
Captain Irie says time to go big, and our very own Andrew Leonard signals 6. Just take a look at the replay and you'll see Andrew Leonard there. It was in the slot. Thank you very much. A nice strong base. Good bat through the ball. Good bat speed. And there is Andrew Leonard on the right of your screen. He says 6 runs for the taking.
Good single, a bit of a misfield. And this is racing away for a boundary.
That's four.
Very ordinary effort by the Avengers. They're not helping their cause this evening. And the good news for the Royals is that Irie is on strike.
The good news for the Sudurpashchim Royals is the 150 becomes 158 now for 2. And there's still 8 wickets in the hut. Let's take a look at this off the back foot this time. Very sloppy in the field have the Avengers been this evening. Dinesh the fielder on that occasion. Shot again, cut away. Just a single. That's the large part of the ground, or the bigger part of the ground, the eastern side. Mikhail is 65 meters and the western side is 63 meters.
200
so
plus projected
Irie will be targeting that western side of the ground where the Chobar Hills are, perhaps into the hills.
Trust Irie to target north, south, east, west. He's a freak when he gets going with the bat. 15 gone, 160 for 2, another 200 plus loading over here.
Well, 60, 15 over, 5 over remaining. 200 of course.
Duplessis आया 2 मिनट तक
Duplessis
Well, we suspected as though a 200 plus was on the cards. That will be the very minimum of the ambition of the men in yellow from here. In fact, I feel as though they're going to want the Nepal Premier League record. They're going to want to go past that 220 that the Kings made just a few days ago. Phenomenal atmosphere out there. It really is. It's hard to explain when Sudurpashim roll into town, the passion that comes with them. Without doubt the best supported side, as Douthwaite is the next lamb to the slaughter. What can he do? Attempts a leg cutter. HD Ackerman is rejoining me. HD, I suspect this could be a rather fun final 5 overs.
That's if you support the Royals, not if you're an Avenger fan, because they've been probably dealt with as much as they were the other night by the Kings. But 8 wides, 1 no ball, so they're already into 1.5 extra overs.
Could have been 2 no balls, couldn't it? Right on the precipice of 50-50 call. It felt like I could only see it on the big screen, but it looked really tight, and Lynn almost did a stutter step in and back out, thought he was going to get a free hit. Isham ended up having the last laugh. In amidst all of this, Bandari striking at 91.
Yeah, that's hard to believe. I mean, considering that they are 161 for 2 after 15, so they are over 11 to the over, and Binod Bandari can barely get the ball off the square.
Some of the most esteemed media there in Nepal, some of the best sports journalists up in the box. Subhas Vimungain, Selina Karki, et al. Will take on the second well run. It's probably made to take 60 or 80. Feels like there's about 200 plus up there. Everybody wants to be here.
Yeah, Yeah, but they're cheating, aren't they? They get media accreditation. They don't have to pay for a ticket.
Providing coverage to every corner of the country. Newspapers, TV, digital, social media. Dory just can't get going, but the intent that Irie has come to the crease with that trademark roar and support, there's no doubt he is the most loved Nepali player here in this country.
We played beautifully the other night in sort of resurrecting their innings because they were gone for all money, and he played nicely. But this is when I think he is at his best, when he can just walk in and be free, push every fielder in the outfield hard, and swing for the boundary as well.
Good delivery. Bowls a heavy ball, doesn't he?
Good delivery.
Welcome up here to the HP Petroleum commentary box. Great to have you with us. A reminder, tomorrow we've got Dhaka Topi Day on Super Saturday, the first of 4 Super Saturdays. You still got your Dhaka Topi with you?
I do. Is this your Dhaka Topi Day, or is this a whole thing? Has it been arranged by the league?
You would not want to have a sensitive disposition being around this man. He's constantly winding me up. This is the official Dhaka Topi Day. All of the youth have come together to implore everyone who comes tomorrow to wear one of those beautiful hats. The national hat of Nepal, the Dhaka Topi. Beautiful. So tomorrow, the talk is, we're going to see 10,000 plus of those.
Mine's been in my bag since day one. I've been waiting for Dhaka Topi Day.
It's actually a very comfortable hat. Okay, what's this person saying? Chennai, that's the CSK side, like Sudurpashchim. Dhoni equals Binod Bandari. Ravindra Jadeja equals Dipender Singh Irie. And I'll tell you something, HD. I think I know which is the better of those two fielders. For me, I'm going north of the border. I'm going Irie over Jadeja.
Jadeja.
Today, maybe not at Jadeja's peak, but right now. Clever bowling, pace taken off, rolls his fingers over the leg cutter.
Do they leave the batting order the same here, Lenny? Arif Sheikh, Naran Saad, Harmeet Singh, or Scott Kugelheim, who can hit the ball a long way? What do they do here?
Has to be Harmeet Singh. I'm not sure if we zoom out there, if he's padded up to the left. Arif Sheikh has them on. Arif pulls a long way towards the heavens, but it's straight to the man. And this is Kushal Bertel's trademark. Gets himself into the hot zones. Catches the other. No big celebrations because he knows that his side still have it all to do. But that was an exceptional over from Dan Douthwaite. Very well bowled.
He does bowl a heavy ball.
Big wicket.
And he gets it right as far as his height is concerned. Gets it above shoulder height. So difficult for Irie to control it. That's a massive wicket for the Avengers because they were really staring down 220, 230. But Dipender Singh Irie goes for a quick fire 15, 164 for 3.
Four overs remain. I'll tell you something. The atmosphere here, as good as I've ever felt. Harmeet Singh it is. We speculated that it might be him that will be promoted up the order for 2 reasons. One, that ability to hit big at the death. Of course, making the second fastest 50 in the history of the Nepal Premier League in the Royals opening game. He single-handedly won that contest and then followed it up with the ball. But secondly, to get that left-hand, right-hand combination going in the final 4. Now, this is a really interesting move from Kushal Bertel. I don't mind seeing this, but there's no doubt there is risk attached. A Akash Chand is a very hard-working young bowler, full of promise, full of potential. But he's bowled 2 overs, none for 30 up in the power play. He might have to bowl 2 at the death here. This will be as tough as it gets. Looks for the Yorker.
Six.
Misses out. Bandari responds straight down the ground. 1 bounce, 4 more.
The problem with Akash Chand is he doesn't seem to have any variations. He just runs and bowls as quick as he can. And the problem is on this pitch you need variations now when the ball's a little bit on the older side, just so that it could possibly hold in the surface. So he's looked for the Yorker, missed out, paid the price.
And so often you'll hear fans and some pundits say, why aren't they just bowling Yorkers? The reason why bowlers want to have a variety of options at the death and not just have the Yorker in their locker is that if you miss it, it tends to almost always go the distance. Sometimes you get away with the low full toss, but there the trajectory was always easy to pick and read and respond with a straight bat down the ground. If you bowl it slightly shorter, 6 or 8 inches, you miss the Yorker by, it's in the slot. At this venue, you're going to go out the park, down the ground. Bertel is very quick across the outfield, so he will get there. Keep it to just a couple.
You know, those who bowl the Yorker well, we think of Sohail Tanvir, who's in this competition. The problem that's also developed for them is the development of the lap. Those that do bowl it well, you can't just bowl the Yorker at the stumps. You've got to be able to bowl the ball wide of the stumps, at the wide mark, then in at leg stump. Different types.
Six.
Bertel at long off, never going to put it down. He's nearly as good as Irie. Another kiss for the ball.
Catch gun
And
after
it ends with
gun.
Bandari's at the crease. Probably not his
Use
best
wickets.
innings. And a good pat on the back from Dan Douthwaite to Chand. Brave piece of captaincy from Bertel. It's been rewarded.
That's in the slot as well. In the slot.
Done. Done. खै त्यही होला यार किन भन्नु गर्छ विनोद भण्डारी आउट ईशान पाण्डे कम ईशान पाण्डे हो
It's another change in the order. Ari
Khuglin.
Dr. Ishan Pandey probably suffering from
Khuglin
pad rash
आया
on the
था
sidelines because they'll have been padded up for the vast majority of this innings, as they will go with the extra power, the strength and the long levers of Scott Kugelheim, very much in this side as a bowler and a bowler alone, but he cannot offer some handy late order runs. He's got a great mentality. He's kind of young cricketer that every coach wants around him, because all Akash Chand wants to do is work and work and try his heart out. He gets his first reward.
Khuglin.
You and I were at the Under-19 World Cup last year where Nepal pulled off that incredible victory against Afghanistan in the most dramatic of circumstances, very much the cardiac kids, as we get another look at the wicket. Akash Chand was one of the stars of that, wasn't he? 5-wicket haul there down in South Africa.
I know that tournament is termed Future Stars, but it really does produce future stars for the respective countries that are on show there. So many go on and have wonderful international careers.
Sad news for Nepal is they missed out in what is an incredibly competitive Asia qualifier. We've seen some new countries added through that qualifier. We're going to see Tanzania for the first time up at that level.
Subscribe the channel, guys.
Progress being made there in East Africa. We're going to see Japan and the journey that they're taking. Now, is there a bit of glove on this? No, not given as a wide. Is the umpire saying it's maybe just gone over the top of leg stump? There was a hint of some kind of a noise. Chand in particular was interested. Tight call, really tight call, that one. And if he hasn't hit it, you just wonder why the arms haven't been extended in terms of giving the extra, giving the wide. Well bowled, nails the Yorker this time. Great comeback from Akash Chand. 7 runs and a wicket in the over. 171 for 4. To go. They are going at over 10 and over, but that 200 plus barrier has proved elusive throughout the initial 2 seasons of the Nepal Premier League. Just the one team has gone by it. That was earlier this season, as we saw the Bratnagar Kings summit to 220. Jimmy Neesham is going to bowl one of the last 3, you'd imagine. Dan Douthwaite the other. That means Akash Chand will still have to bowl his final one. I think Bipin Khatri will be held back, although she thought he bowled nicely up at the top. Always becomes a bit of a movable feast in the modern T20 game, your bowling options. Douthwaite maybe has been the pick of all 6 that have been used. Protection out there, just one bounce straight to the man. Looks to me Douthwaite is he's the kind of cricketer who knows his game really well, knows what he's trying to do every time he runs up.
Stay there, stay there.
Yeah, he's got a slow ball sort of cutter that he bowls into the wicket. That was that last delivery. But because he's so strong around the shoulders, he can bowl what they term a heavy ball. But he's played a lot. He's played a lot of T20 cricket, T20 blast, I suppose, in the UK, in the United Kingdom.
There's been a real resurgence too for his county, Glamorgan. A couple of players have been picked up into the Lions squad. One of those is an associate cricketer, Asa Tribe from Jersey, who just really vaulted himself into the England selectors' thoughts. And there was talk that he was going to be here. In fact, I know for a fact that one of the sides had already agreed terms with Asa Tribe, but he then got picked in the England Lions squad, so he's down under. Many thought Saif Zaid would be there. He missed out on that. And that's why he's available here for the Nepal Premier League, albeit with the change of teams from the Royals.
There's another cricketer, Emilio Gaia, that I saw that in the Lions side. Did he not turn out for Italy?
It's part of the Italian side that really shocked the world, and the Azzurri are off to their first ever Cricket World Cup of any kind, beating Scotland. Inside edge. Singh will get 4. Not where he intended it, but handy runs nonetheless.
These are fortunate. I know we don't want to get into a deep conversation here at the back end of the innings, but I'm a little bit confused. I understand the associate, Owen Morgan playing for Ireland, then going across playing for England. Can you play for 2 countries at the same time?
Well, playing for a side's A team is not playing for their national team. It's only as soon as you're officially capped. So both Asa Tribe and Emilio Gay. Jersey missed out on qualification for the T20 World Cup. They're still in the mix for that ODI World Cup, top of the Challenge League at the moment. Big swing and a miss. Singh. Clever slower ball, you see the change of pace from Douthwaite. But yeah, in theory, Emilio Gay, unless he gets capped by England ahead of February, you would imagine he's a banker to be in that Italian T20 World Cup squad. He's a world-class, quality left-handed batter.
Now, it might be a little controversial, but I don't think I agree with all of it. Honest.
Yeah, this goes a long way up. but it hasn't got close to going over the ropes. Jimmy Neesham takes the simplest of catches, and credit to the Pokhara Avengers. There has been a real surge, a fight back of the highest quality in this final five. They may well take the momentum in the way this innings is going.
Yeah, the problem at the back end here when you send in these hitters is that they can swing and have an off night, then they miss an incredible amount of balls, so they accumulate dot balls. Harmeet Singh only gets 4 6 deliveries, 170.
Arif next batsman Glenn.
Arif Sheikh belatedly gets to the crease, down at number 7. Another leg cutter. Douthwaite, well, simply sensational on an evening that it looked like chaos and carnage was going to reign for the bowlers. He's taken 2 for 24. It's 176 for 5.
दुई त हाम्नै पर्छ क्या जसरी पनि
तपाईँ लाउनु तपाईँको
Look at those building blocks at the end here, HD. Overs 16, 17 and 18, all going for 7 or less. Given the way the rest of the innings was trending, we were thinking 220 plus. They may struggle to get to 200 from here. It will be Akash Chand to bowl the penultimate over. Looks for the Yorker, skewed away. And oh, what an effort! It's magnificent. I think he's done everything he possibly could to take this catch, Kushal Patel. And then the recognition and the awareness that he was going to slide into the rope and concede 6. He gives up the wicket to save runs. This is quite brilliant.
खतरा वो समाजिसक्यो कन्ट्रोल भएन
This might be difficult. We might be here a while because he takes the catch cleanly but recognises that he's going to go into the boundary.
I'll tell you something, quickness of mind to be able to show the athleticism and then the poise to recognise your body weight from the dive is going to inevitably carry yourself into the boundary cushion. Whether this is given as 6 or not, for me, is immaterial. I think it could well be 6. The presence of mind, quite brilliant.
खतरा है यार
Ravindra Siri is in the hot seat. I think we're going to go into the zoom here. I think you could be right. Problem for Bertel is the ball is obviously in his backhand. Is there contact with the in drive? Boundary hoarding. Oh, it's touch and go, isn't it? Whatever the case, just exceptional, sensational work from Kushal Bertel. The end result may be the same. It might be a maximum.
Should have dropped the catch. With just 4. But you know what? I'm not going to make any predictions here. Anything can happen.
Yeah, I think a little bit of the frustration over the last 48 hours, particularly that stumping decision last night, I suppose it's the length of time that this is taking. and
Umpiring
you just feel it
poor.
kind of sucks the energy, the atmosphere. There's two fantastic big screens here in the ground, but during the decision pending, the process, the protocol is that it just has that, you can hear the pulsing heartbeat in the background, and you know, the flashing of waiting to hear the decisions. The fans aren't getting engaged with it, and it's going to be given as 6, and rightly so. But take not away from Crucial Bertel's quite
मात्र
tremendous
14 नाच
athleticism.
अम्पायरलाई
Sensational effort, it was in vain. He feels as though that's the hot zone, that's why he's out there in deep cover. He was proved to be correct. Pressure now on Chand. Kugelheim misses out just inside the guideline.
It's a quite spectacular catch in the deep. I mean, it's a full-length dive. And as you rightly mentioned, to be composed enough to realise, oh, I'm going to go in the boundary and to get rid of it, it's very, very unfortunate. Because it's a great catch.
हात लगाएको
What can he do? He says, I tell you, his standards are getting up towards Iree's. I mean that about Crucial Bertel. The reason why
Why it's
anyone
not?
goes to Nepal national team games and hangs around after, I still can't get my head around it.
खतरनाक bowling गर्दैछ
They
त
complete a full ODI or a full T20I. They finish the game, they shake hands, they go in for whatever team talk there is, they go back out for an hour, 90 minutes of fielding at the end of a match.
Quite right. T20's not long enough anyway. No, the standards, they understand the standards they need to be at.
Clever bowling.
All the one over
Created an
but
opportunity, two
Good.
fielders come together, and luckily the call is heard, and Chand is pumped up. And not happy is the umpire with again a little
Wide
bit of
ball
aggression.
is
Don't
No,
need
no.
to go back towards the batter. Celebrate your own success. Don't celebrate the demise, the downfall of the batter. It's a second wicket for Chand.
Good bit of bowling. Kugelheim goes across his stumps. He recognises that Chand wants to go at the wide mark, but Chand follows him and makes Kugelheim stretch, and he can't find the middle of the bat. Good catch in the deep. So he goes for 8. Oh, it's just falling away a little bit here. 182 for 6.